Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Today, I'm going to talk to you about Joseph. Joseph's dreams and how they played out in his life, how God purpose walked him through. At a crucial moment in Joseph's life, dreams had played a significant part. First, his own dream, and later the dreams of the butler and the baker. Now, once again, God takes Joseph's dreams to a turning point in his life. In fact, the three pairs of dreams are all connected in the purpose of God. God had already planned out Joseph's life. The dreams of the baker and butler in Genesis 40 put Joseph in a position to hear. The dream of Pharaoh, Genesis 41, which made possible the fulfillment of the dreams of Joseph in Genesis 37, and his position of authority and rulership. And we know that God was all in this situation. He was preparing the way for his purpose in life of this young servant Joseph. Pharaoh now, the ruler of all Egyptians, had two dreams that troubled him greatly. Sensing that was not an ordinary dream, he called for his wisest men of the kingdom, his musicians, to interpret them. Genesis 41:8 speaks about it. Pharaoh was troubled by spiritual things that was beyond his reach. But because his wise man and musician didn't know the God who was dealing with him, their answers could not be answered. They was inadequate for the turmoil that Pharaoh was facing in his heart. Understand that there is great danger in seeking spiritual answers in the wrong places. You can be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Spiritual hunger and a vacuum of spiritual truth can make people easy prey for the ear tickling. Hearing what they want to hear, feeding them what they want to hear. See, the value of Pharaoh's wisest men, only thing that they did was set the stage for God's glory to be revealed through a common slave like Joseph. What was beyond human reason was not beyond the all-knowing God. When Pharaoh's wise men and his so-called musicians failed to interpret his dreams, the chief butler, oh, how he remembered Joseph. He recounted to Pharaoh the prison dream and the accurate interpretation given by the one Joseph. Genesis 41:9-13. Pharaoh, who was out of options, called for the prisoner named Joseph. See, Joseph's godly character is unaffected by the harsh circumstances of life. Despite his years of being in prison and unfair treatment, Joseph stepped forward with dignity, humility, and faith. Genesis 41:14-16. He shaved. Egyptians were clean shaven, and he changed his clothing. Joseph dressed in the appropriate clothes to come before the king. See, Joseph had a decorum that years in prison could not erase. He was walking in the purpose of God. He didn't use his situation, being able to interpret the dreams for self-promotion. He didn't try to exalt himself as he had earlier in his life in Genesis 37:5-10. Though all that had happened, he learned to put his trust in the Lord, not in himself. That's where a lot of us make mistakes. We put our faith in ourselves and not in what God says or what God can do. See, God will give Pharaoh an answer. That sounds like something like Daniel 2:27-30, and Paul Acts 26 would say in the future. Joseph expressed his faith and gave the glory to God. God's patience investment in the life of Joseph was now paying out dividends. And Joseph's patient response revealed that he was learning to overcome life challenges with dignity, humility, and faith. How many of us can walk like that and walk upright with that dignity, with that humility, with that faith? Pharaoh, he goes on to describe his dreams to Joseph. And through Joseph, God interpret those dreams in Genesis 41:17-36. As that has been the case with Joseph in Canaan, and the butler and the baker in the prison, and dreams came in pairs. In the first dream, the scene was the Nile River. It was talking about how the healthy cows and the unhealthy cows, and how the unhealthy cows ate up the healthy cows. And then it goes on to the second dream, and it talks about the 7 healthy stalks of grain. And it goes on, and it talks about 2 dreams. But as Joseph will reveal one message, Joseph challenged Pharaoh to see the purposes of God and the plan accordingly. God had shown Pharaoh what he is about to do. The ultimate lesson Joseph had learned through slavery, imprisonment, and mistreatment was that. Come on, are you hearing me today? He had learned to rest in the sovereignty and faithfulness of God. Now, he could say with confidence that if God said it would happen. Pharaoh's dreams will be fulfilled because God is God. Then Joseph offered Pharaoh some counseling. It was wise counsel indeed. He told Pharaoh to plan for the lean years by being frugal during the plentiful years. Pharaoh then made a decision that would dramatically change the ancient world. He appointed slave Joseph to oversee the food supplies of all Egypt. You see, he saw in Joseph not only the qualities of leadership, but more importantly, that Joseph was a man in whom is the Spirit of God. Y'all have a great day, and I pray you enjoyed this word.